Yeah, all good. All good. Just gone for a nice walk this evening, and I was doing a bit of thinking around some of the conversations I've had over the years with coaches and players around focusing and concentrating on set pieces. And during a set piece, there can be a vulnerability where, with all the will in the world, coach can do all the set piece drills during the week, but in a match situation, obviously it's important to be organised. But if the players don't take individual responsibility and switch off, then there's a vulnerability there. And for me, whether it's a corner, a free kick, a long throw, the job is simple. Let's get to the ball before the opposition does. Straightforward, isn't it, really? So set pieces is not, it's not just about height and strength, and it really is about concentration. Obviously, there's an element of bravery in there, and being switched on even before the ball is kicked or the throw. And one of the things that I've worked on with individual players and is sort of developing a cue to sort of refocus, whether it's sort of like taking a deep breath in and a word type thing to sort of refocus. But I think that the key thing is knowing where the ball is, where the opposition player is, irrespective of whether you're marking zonal or person to person or a bit of combination of both, so to speak. You've got to know where the opposition player is, where you are, where I am, so to speak. So, okay, the ball, the opposition player, where am I? I think it's really important to sort of be really aware, even prior to the ball being kicked. And that sort of keeps you focused, or can keep you focused, and stop the player from switching off. Being ready when the ball comes in, not waiting for the ball to arrive. And look, I'm not here to give people advice or make suggestions, just my sort of take on it. As a performance coach over the years, some of the sessions I've had with coaches and players is sort of be really aware. Obviously, sort of step towards the ball, be brave, jump and move first, head it, clear it, block it before the opposition player can get anywhere near the ball. So that's what we mean by attacking first, contact, so to speak. So a simple focus exercise for me before every set piece is just sort of quietly for the player to say, okay, where even before the ball is kicked, so ball player first contact. So you're thinking, okay, where's the ball coming from, so to speak? Where's the opponent? So I need to know where the ball's coming from, where the opponent is, and where am I as well? Am I goal side? Am I close enough? Am I ready for the next action? And can I get there first? So obviously, you've got to do that process relatively quick, but it's like a refocus exercise. Really self-aware, being really self-aware, knowing where the ball is, knowing where the opponent is, knowing where I am in the context of player, goal side. Am I close enough to the player? Am I ready? And can I get there first? First contact. It's important to communicate as well. So for me, I think, obviously, another talk for another day. If you can't get there first, if you can't get to the ball first, then it's really important not to switch off. You've got to stay switched off. If you can't get to the ball first, then you've got to make it difficult for the opponent. You can't make it easy for the opponent to get a free header or a free first touch, so to speak. Put some pressure on the opposition player. Obviously challenge fairly. Block the run, so to speak. Make it uncomfortable, so they're not sort of getting a clean run on goal, so to speak. If they win it, don't let them have an easy header or strike on goal. If it drops, bounces or gets knocked down, be ready to clear it, so to speak. So obviously there's a sort of second ball situation too, and that's something we'll talk about. Next up, the second ball obviously is important, but I think, if we focus on the that sort of first contact, for me, I think it's really important to stay switched on, and in the process of staying switched on, taking time to know where the ball is, where the opponent is, where I am as a player. Am I close enough on my goal side? Am I ready? Can I get first contact? And I'll do a follow-up video on second ball as well, because that's obviously equally, if not more important, because if you won the sort of first ball, then obviously you don't want to sort of just watch admirably. Sometimes you can turn defense into attack, but also I think what's really important at that point there, that you sort of still switched on if the opposition wins second ball. But that's another talk for another day. That's my take on it. It's always great to hear other people's take on it as well.